Greetings, Shining Bulls and Shining Bears, and welcome to this, the 80th episode of the Crypto Astrology podcast, covering the week from Sunday, August 10th until Saturday, August 16th, 2025 inclusive. Please note that financial astrology, similar to technical analysis, is not 100%. I, Maya Raghavan, am not an influencer. I am not a financial advisor. Rather, I am a financial astrologer, using the planetary positions as data inputs in my analysis of the probable nature of price movements. I do not make your decisions for you. Your decisions are up to you. Shining Bull content is here to stimulate your own thought process as you make your own decisions relating to your own finances for yourself and by yourself. We're going to take a look at what this week holds for Bitcoin and Ether price. But please remember to get on the completely free and priceless Shining Bull Telegram channel for my ongoing crypto industry and financial predictions. And please make shiningbull.com an enjoyable, luxurious, and precious resource which you visit on a daily basis, earning a delightful place in your daily routine. You can find my links below. Now, here are the major movements in the sky that will be affecting price this week. This is an up week for both Bitcoin and Ether, but there is a stronger bullish catalyst on Tuesday, starting at 11:17 UTC when Moon travels with Vakri Saturn while opposing Mars. An important upward movement initiates there. A few hours earlier, Mercury will have turned direct, further pressurizing the general vibe at hand as I see it. This is up for both, but the catalyst is more significant for Bitcoin. This might just be in the sense that the path ahead becomes more obvious and more unobstructed for Bitcoin, as you notice that Ethereum has been the more profitable trade since the last catalyst on Sunday, August 3rd. I am going to be honest with you right now. I am not a financial advisor. As a financial astrologer, I see that Bitcoin is the real play this cycle. ETH is the volatile play and it can be very profitable, as I have been mentioning, but if I give you this year itself as an example, I see that ETH tops more than 2 months before Bitcoin. And again, I'm only talking about this year. This year is not our cycle top. I am going to give you a metaphor, and I hope it doesn't offend you. Right now, Ethereum is like a hot summer romance that you should enjoy to the fullest if you feel like it, such as by being long Ether in options and futures trades, which can make you more money in shorter time frames. Don't miss this opportunity if you don't want to, but be on your toes. Right now, you don't even really need to be on your toes. You can just let it ride. But coming up, starting in Q3 itself, you will need to really be on your toes with the ETH trades. Whereas Bitcoin is like the love of your life. And also hot, likely much, much hotter. But there is no rush. You can just buy spot and do nothing other than punctual moves to take profit on the way up. This is because the real story that is unfolding is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, as I have been mentioning for years, is being weaponized by nations, by large companies, and now by businesses all over the world in order to thrive in a new landscape, which began at the start of last cycle in 2020. And when this cycle ends, you will want to have Bitcoin on you because it will modify your role on the earth plane. If you just look at the 1 month chart for Bitcoin versus Ethereum, starting with the 2020 bull run, you will see that Bitcoin is being driven upwards with sustained power currently by the greater fundamental economic policies of that movement, or the shift in the way that countries started to do their own internal math that formed the two drive that Bitcoin took off from this cycle. Whereas this is not the case for Ethereum. Ethereum is taking off with power from a two drive that started in the autumn of 2023 in the ETF landscape. The reasons are not the same at all, and the charts do not show the same strength. The Bitcoin 1 month chart is clearly stronger by far. You can't even say that Bitcoin is stronger because Saylor started buying. Saylor or Tesla at that time was not the reason. Rather, Saylor and Elon Musk at that moment recognized what a lot of smaller businesses all over the world are realizing right now, which is that the best way for them to thrive financially in the new landscape was by buying Bitcoin and keeping it on their balance sheet. Note that you can find my books and reports at shop.shiningbull.com. Please read the disclaimer in the details section of this video below. So that was the weekly forecast for the week ahead in Bitcoin and Ether price. Do remember to get on the Telegram channel and do consider bookmarking shiningbull.com on your desktop or adding it to your phone's home screen for the full experience. And again, am I saying that Ether is not a long-term investment? No, I am not saying that. But I'm saying what I said, which is it's very obvious if you just simply look at the 1 month chart of BTC USDT, and then beside it you have the 1 month chart of ETH USDT, and it's extremely obvious. So do you see what I'm saying? I hope you see what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying, and that's why I'm saying that the true play for this cycle is Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is responding to something much more fundamental, which is mathematical in nature, which is, as I said, the way that the domestic economies of different countries started modifying the way that they were doing their math when we had the COVID situation, right? Which was like a war, right? If you look at COVID and the way that it changed human beings, it was like a war, actually. Like it was like a worldwide war. So similarly to what happened after such world wars in the past, the domestic economies started doing their math differently, and that different economies stimulated their economies, and then some economies did some different things, which, like for example in the example of Japan, so all of these things, the way that those countries reacted at that moment, a lot of them in a similar way, some of them in a very different way, all of that created a new math. And that new math from the start of the 2020 cycle is what Bitcoin took off from, that made like a 2 drive. And that's what Bitcoin took off from at the start of this cycle. Ethereum is very different. If you look at, it's just very obvious. Just look for yourself. It's very clear. So